Hey everybody, Mark here with coaching tip number 18. This will be the first in a series of coaching tips about the differences between boys and girls and coaching boys and girls. This can be a little controversial at times, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. So I'm going to touch on three different tips about coaching boys and girls. First of all, when you coach boys, they have to do everything, almost everything, have to learn everything by doing. Girls also need to learn by doing, but at times you can teach them simply by talking. So I would say 98% of your emphasis should be on teaching kids by doing. But with girls, if you have to make a change, let's say at halftime or right before the game, they can learn simply by explaining it to them on the whiteboard or verbally as you're going to the field or on the side of the field. But boys, I would say it's not going to work. Maybe once in a while with certain kids in certain situations, but in general, boys need to practice new things. Girls can sometimes learn just by being told. So that's one difference. Another difference is about hierarchy. Boys and girls are different with respect to hierarchy. Boys in general are much more comfortable having a hierarchy. They don't like being, let's say, a non-starter on a team, but once they understand their role on the team, or that they're not going to get as much playing time, or they might not get the position that they want to play because somebody else is better at it, or whatever it is, boys tend to settle in with that hierarchy more easily, and you can be a little looser making references to hierarchy. With girls, the more you talk about hierarchy, the more it's going to backfire. So I try to avoid it. You can't avoid it completely because it comes up at certain times. Older players tend to be bigger and stronger and faster, so they might have a higher priority on your team in terms of playing time or where they get to play. But you don't want to talk about it very much with girls because they don't like it. Girls are much more egalitarian in their thinking, and they don't want you emphasizing the differences between them. And finally, with difference between boys and girls, I'd say with girls, the more bonding you do, the better. You can have parties, you can have dress-up day, you can have movie night, you can have go to the beach day, you can have be silly day, whatever you want. The more you do that, the bigger the payoff. The girls can't get enough of it. The girls, with the boys, you can do bonding exercises, and it helps. There's some payoff, but the payoff is not as huge. I'd say keep trying to do it throughout the season, but don't expect it to pay off as much as it does with the girls. Okay, so those are three differences when coaching boys and girls, and I have some more to come.